morning, guys. Hope everybody's doing okay today. We'll make the announcements after class 2, but again, remember we are starting in the park classes as of Monday. So from 5:45 to 6:15 on Monday evenings. We will have punch cards available on Monday as well. And also, and this is just for everybody to get in, and then I'll give you a minute, and then we'll start class. We're just going to do line techniques today, so you don't need anything extra. Also, we're going to run classes all the way through August, and then we will not have live class on Labor Day weekend, just to kind of give us a holiday break. So again, I'll make those announcements after class. I'll give everybody like a minute or two to
No, do not.
Alright, so hopefully everybody can see me on both Facebook. I'll try my best to stay within the frame. I know everybody can see me on YouTube. If you can, just let us know that you're here, and we'll go ahead and get started. Cheery up. Anjo. Munya. True. Cheery up. Sablinge. Kunye. Alright, so we'll do quick fingers. Now we're going to do tight fist rotate. So I'm moving my legs just to get my legs warmed up, since we don't have a good place to run or anything. Okay, elbows. So now I'm taking my feet back towards my behind. Okay, arms forward, and my feet are still going behind me. And backwards. All right, feet up. Touch the middle. Touch the left leg. Touch the right leg. Touch the middle. Makes it bigger. Walk over, touch the left leg. Touch the right leg. Touch the middle. Make your feet as big as you can. And sit back. Okay, walk your hands out in front. All right, I'm going to take my glass off. Not where I really wanted it today. Okay, relax. Walk them out a little bit further. those elbows. And walk them back. And keep together. Butterfly. Okay, push it down. And relax. One more time. Push it down. And relax. Okay, stick the feet out in front. Walk them out. Pull those toes. Relax. Take them out. Grab your toes one more time. Push them out. That's easy. Lift them up. And let go. Shake them out. Okay, we'll do our roly-polies. Okay, on my count. Ready? Hannah. So this is good morning, Jewel.
She thinks she needs help.
Set. Set. Pass it. Yes, it. Go. Yaro. Aho. Yo. Zelda's gonna earn her white belt someday.
She already has.
Like the black belt. Okay. Alright, push-up position on my count. Everybody help me count. Ready? Hannah. Jewel. Set. Net. Pass it. Yes it. Let's go. Yaro. Aho. Yo. Alright, everybody stand up. Okay, so we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna work on 9 techniques today. It's kind of an introduction to what we're gonna work on in class on Monday. I'm gonna try to tie them in. So we're gonna do our line techniques, kind of review our punches and stuff. Because I'd like to do our patterns first thing in person when we get into class on Monday. So everybody's sure, yeah? To me, so remember our fists. Okay, so make your hands, hold your fingers, hold your thumbs, put them on your waist. Okay, so everything starts from there. Take your big step out. Take your sitting stance. Make sure your knees are bent every time you punch. On my count. Ready? Hannah. Jewel. Set. Net. Pass it. Yes it. Go. Yaro. Aho. Yo. What? Show me. Am I wearing
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay. And so we're going to go back. Sure yet? To me. Okay, we're going to go back to our sitting stance. So I gave you a break. So remember hands, fingers, thumbs. Remember those thumbs stay on the outside. Remember, punch with these 2 knuckles. Okay? On my count, we're going to do 1, 2 punch. And we'll do history today because we haven't done history in a while. So we'll do history today we'll do history while we're doing our line techniques. So we're going to do 2 punches. Ready, go. Hannah. So 1, 2. Jewel. 1, 2. Set. 1, 2. Pass it. 1, 2. Okay, so remember, Taekwondo comes from Korea, and it was made by General Che. So we're going to switch hands. Ready? On my count. Hannah. 1, 2. Jewel. 1, 2. Set. 1, 2. Net. 1, 2. Pass it. 1, 2. Switch up. Okay? So again, Taekwondo comes from Korea and was made by General Che. Show me. Okay, so now we're gonna take that same punch. I'm gonna move back as far as I can. Hopefully you can still see me on both cameras. We're gonna take that giant step forward and punch. Okay, so I'm gonna step forward with my right foot first. I'm gonna punch with my right hand. Okay, we're in shimmy. So take that giant step forward and punch. So remember, we're not punching here. We're not punching here. We're punching right in front of us. So your punch should be pointing right back at me if you can see me on your camera. So we're gonna go hana, dual, set, net. So I'm gonna go off my math a little bit. Then we're gonna walk backwards. Instead of running backwards, we're gonna do our punches backwards. Kind of gives us a little bit of a challenge when we're doing it in this small of a space. So we're gonna step backwards. Hana, dual, set, out of room, net, okay? But I want that last big step for you, okay? So one more time, we're gonna move forward. Hana, dual, set, net, and then we're gonna step backwards. Hana, dual, set, net, like I said, out of room. Okay, pretty easy. So that's our punches. Those should be pretty easy. So we'll start our punches from the sitting stance again, because we always need practice on our sitting stance. So to me, now step out into your sitting stance, and we're going to do that low block. Again, if you've been in Taekwondo for a little bit, I want you to try to work on those crosses, okay? So remember, I'll come a little bit closer. So remember, my crosses, on my low blocks, my arms are touching together. The hand that's doing the low block is the one that's closest to you. So it's the one that touches your body, or the one that's closest to your body when you do the cross. Not that big of a deal for my littler ones. Okay, if you're my littler ones, we're touching your ear and pulling it off. For my ones who have been in Taekwondo for a little bit, so if you have stripes on your belt, I want you to start working on those crosses. So the hand that's doing the block is going to be the one that's closest to you, and my arms are touching. So take your sitting stance. Okay, so I'll do a couple with the cross, and then I'll do a couple without the cross. Okay, so we'll start with the cross, and we're going to switch sides each time. So my right hand is closest to me, starting. Okay, my cross starts in front of my chest. So we're going to go hana, and then we're going to switch sides, dual, set, net, toss it. Okay, so now I'm going to do it from my ear. If you're still practicing that cross, I want you to keep doing the cross. But I'm going to come to the ear so the other people can see how that looks. If you're doing it from your ear, that other hand's going to come to your waist. So it looks like this. Ready? Hana. Okay, other hand comes to your waist. Dual. Other hand comes to your waist. Set. Other hand comes to your waist. Net. Last one. Toss it. Okay. Now we're going to do it forward. I know we've done this before. We're going to try it again, taking that step forward. I'll do a few with the cross, and then I'll do a few without the cross. Okay, so we're going to take that giant step forward. Here's my cross. My right hand is closest to me. My right foot's the one that steps, and I do a low block. All techniques start with the front hand. All right, all techniques are used with the front, or you do the techniques with the front hand. Ready? Dual. Ready? Set. Net. Okay, and then we're going to step backwards. A little bit harder. Hana. Dual. Set. Okay. Now I'm going to do, so those of you who are practicing that cross, I want you to keep working on that. And now I'll show the ones that are doing it without the cross, that just touch the ear, how that looks. Okay, so remember, I'm going to, this hand goes to my waist, and this hand steps out. Hana. This hand goes to my waist. Dual. This hand goes to my waist. Set. This hand goes to my waist. Net. And then I'm going to step backwards. Hana. Dual. Set. And chumbi. Okay. All right. So now we've done our low blocks. Okay, and this applies to our low blocks if you're doing a low block with a knife hand or a rising block. So we'll actually do a couple more. So no stripes, keep working on that low block. If you're a single stripe, we're going to do that same cross for a low block with the knife hand. Okay, so stepping forward, Hana, dual, set. So remember on your low block with the knife hand, the technical term here, using it with the fluffy part of my hand. Okay, net. Okay, then we're going to step backwards. Here's my cross, Hana, dual, set. Okay, same thing with the rising block. Still the one that's closest to me. So if you're double stripe, we're going to step forward, Hana, dual, set, net, and then we're going to step backwards, Hana, dual, set, and then go to Chimbi. Okay, so Taekwondo was made by General Che, comes from Korea, and hopefully everybody remembers it means the art of hand and foot fighting. So remember the art of hand and foot and fighting. But if you're using Taekwondo correctly, you should not be using it on each other. Okay? You can practice it, but you shouldn't be using it on each other. Okay? So we've done our low blocks, middle, or all our low blocks. So now we're going to do our middle blocks. Okay? So we'll go back to that sitting stance. Okay? Put your knee. Everybody step out. I still need to make sure I've got good hands. So on this one, if you're practicing the cross, now the hand that's blocking is going to do the scoot, is going to be away from you. So the back of this arm, or this part of my arm, the back of this arm and the front of this arm are now touching. Okay? So this part of my arm and this part of my arm here are still touching. Uh-oh.
Knocked over the camera.
Okay? They are touching. Okay? So we're going to do our middle block. That's our cross. So my right hand's now furthest away from me. Ready? Hana. Ready? Dual. Okay, and if you're doing it without the cross, my hand still comes to my waist. I'm going to touch my ear, and I'm going to bring it up. So remember, all of my middle blocks block my punches. And again, we're blocking with this part of our arm right here. So we're going to go Hana. Dual. Set. Net. Toss it. Now I'm going to do my ones for my ear. If you're working on that cross, please continue that. Ready? Hana. Dual. Set. Net. Or toss it. Okay. So that's from a sitting stance. So so when we're doing this right, our middle blocks actually come from our L stance. Okay? So if you remember, my L stance looks like one foot pointing the direction I'm going, so it's going this way, and one foot pointing sideways, so it's pointing away from, or sideways from the direction I'm going, and it makes a letter L, or a backwards letter L, depending on which foot is forward. So remember, your middle blocks are from an L stance. So remember, walking stance, toes are facing the direction you're going, all of them, all 10, okay? L stance, now one foot's going the direction I'm going, so 5 toes are pointed that way, and 5 toes are pointed that way, are pointed sideways, okay? So my middle block is coming from an L stance. Okay, so now we're going to do that cross. So because my left foot's in front, my left hand's going to come from the bottom. I'm going to do a middle block. Ready? Hana. Dual. Set. And we're going to step backwards. Hana. Dual. Set. Okay, so now for my ones that are not doing the cross, we're going to just make that scoot. So we're going to go Hana. Dual. Set. Net. And then we're going to step backwards. So this, if you remember, this looks familiar. This is from the step sparring that we were doing last week. So this step backwards and block, this was from that step sparring that we were working on last week. Ready, Hannah? Dual step. Okay? So we're going to do a couple more of those forwards and a couple more of those backwards if you're a white belt or if you're just a plain white belt. If you are a single stripe, you're going to do that inward block. No cross for the inward block. We're going to swing that one like a baseball bat. That's if you're a single stripe or a double stripe. I want you to actually, if you're single stripe, I want you to do that inward block. If you're a double stripe, I want you, especially if you're practicing that cross, I want you to do a side stripe from that L stance. So we're going like this. Okay? So I will do, so if you're no stripe, go ahead and continue that middle block. And I'm going to go ahead and do the inward block for my single stripes. Ready? Hana. Dual. Set. Net. And then step backwards. Hana. Dual. Set. And then Jimmy. Okay. So how many belt colors I hope everybody remembers how many belt colors we have. Mr. Hansen says 55. Mr. Hansen's wrong. Remember, in Taekwondo, we have 6. Okay? We have white belt, gold belt, green belt, blue belt, red belt, and black belt. Okay, if you remember, white belt means beginner. Gold belt means earth. Green belt means grass or plant, like we're growing up like a plant. Blue belt means sky, so the plant's reaching up to the sky. Red belt means dangerous, okay, or danger. Means slow down or means stop. Okay, and black belt means we're not afraid of the dark. Or we know how to overcome our fear of the dark. Okay? So remember, 6 belt colors: white, gold, green, blue, red, black. Okay? White belt's beginner, gold belt's earth, green belt's grass or plant, blue belt is reaching up to the sky, red belt is danger and caution, and black belt means we're not afraid of the dark. Okay, so our last kicks, we're going to do a front kick and we're going to do a side kick. Okay, we'll do the side kick first because it's in place and everybody has to know it. So it's a lead leg side kick. So remember, when I say lead leg, it means we're kicking with that front leg. So I'm going to take that knee up. I'm going to turn it all the way over. I'm going to kick out towards the camera. I'm going to pull it back. And I'm going to set it down. So that means, again, remember, we're kicking with the lead leg or the front leg. The leg that's in front. Okay? So you can do it a little bit faster. I'm still going to do my kick slow, but you can do it a little bit faster. So up, over, out, back, down. So the further you get your knee over, the more your bottom points at away from, or so my bottom is pointed at you guys. It's going the opposite direction of the way I want to go, the better. So your bottom actually should face front when you're doing the side kick. So we're coming up, out, back, down. We're going to switch legs. We always do the front kick first. So now I want to do the side kick first. Okay, so again, lead leg side kick. You're bringing it up. You're turning it over, out, back, down. Okay? One more time. I'm going to start with my foot turn. Generally speaking, on this side, generally speaking, you want to turn it as you go. Okay? So, but I'm going to start with my turn because my kick works better that way right now. Okay? So I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to turn it over. Okay? So again, my bottom is pointed towards you guys. Out, back, down. Okay? So full speed. Looks like that. So we're going to do 3 of those. Ready? Hana. Dual. Set. Okay, and we're going to switch sides. Ready? Hana. Dual. And set. Okay, front kicks are my last one, and then we'll make a couple of announcements. Okay, so remember, so Going back to my sidekicks. Sidekicks have 5 parts. Make sure you're hitting with the, oh, can't see my heel, with the heel or with the edge of your foot, not the whole bottom. So you don't want to hit with the whole bottom of your foot. You want to hit with the heel or you want to hit with the side of your foot, okay? Not with the whole bottom and not with your toes, because now the kick that we're doing, your front kick, that one's going to kick not with your toes, but it's going to kick, if you remember, it's going to kick with the ball of your foot, okay? So we're going to, where do my hands go all the time when I kick? Hands are going to be up here. So we're going to pick it up, out, back, down. And if it helps, go ahead and start from your L stance. So you saw on the side kick too, my kicks are from my L stance. So we're going to go up, out, back, down. Okay, one more. Up, out, back, down. Remember on all your kicks, I want to see them where your belly button is. Okay, that means where your pants stop or where your belt goes or where your belly button is. That's how high I need your kicks. Okay, I don't want them kicking people's legs. Okay, just like kicking Smurfs. We don't want that. Okay, I want that at your belly button. Okay, so we're going to do the other side really quick. Okay, we're going to pick it up and we're going to stick it out. We're going to pull it back. We're going to set it down. So if I switch legs, what kick would that be? It'd be a lead leg front kick, right? And that's actually on the single stripe page is the lead leg front kick. Okay, so where I'm kicking up, out, back, down. Okay, that's a single stripe kick. So we're going to go up, out, back. Sorry, I lost my balance. To go a little bit faster than I wanted to. So we're going to up, out, back, down. Now coming across the floor, again, we're in my L stance, and my hands are up. We're going to go Hana, and then dual. You guys have to kick with that leg. Ready? Set. And then one more, net. Okay, I won't make you do this one backwards. So I'm going to walk backwards, do a couple more of my front kicks. Ready? Hana, dual, set. Okay, and then back up. All right, so announcements, like I said at the beginning of class, we are starting our live classes a lot of times, weather permitting, okay? So hopefully you'll know at least, make sure I have contact information for you, phone numbers and such, because sometimes it's a last minute decision as to whether or not we change or we'll have class. So make sure I have your like a cell phone number or can contact you via Facebook Messenger. You can connect with me on Messenger with that information or via email at dhanson at mountainyoung-tkd.com. So make sure I have that information because sometimes the weather does weird things and we have to make last minute decisions. So I want to make sure you guys know. For class, masks are required. Parents are required so we can help maintain social distancing. Parents are required to stay in class with their kids. This is a great time for the parents to learn what their kids are doing. I know sometimes that you guys' break, as parents, you can go, but at this point, we need help keeping the kids socially distanced. So mask, social distancing, we will have the punch cards available on Monday. It is going to be $20 for 4 classes. So when you get there, we will have those punch cards available as well. Like I said, 5:45 to 6:15, get there a little bit early so we can do the punch cards for you. Also, we'll be running live classes straight through the end of the month. And then we'll be taking a break for Labor Day weekend. And also that Labor Day, we won't have that class that Monday, but we'll make that announcement again. All right, so hope everybody enjoyed that class. Like I said, we're going to try to work on patterns if you come to class on Monday. Again, weather permitting, hopefully no thunderstorms. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend and stay safe. Cheerio. Anjo. Munyam. Bro, raise your right hand. Student, I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect my instructors and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I will be a champion of freedom and justice. I will help build a more peaceful world. Tenets, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. Bro, chariot, Sabanungan, Kunye, Taekwondo. Isa, come out to me to hopefully we'll see you guys on Monday. If not, we'll see you next week.